بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls, and welcome to Let's Read with Eliza. Hope you're doing well and enjoying the books on the channel, and I'd be really grateful if you can like and subscribe to it and share it with your friends and family. Now, today's book is called Where No One Can See Me. Oh, that sounds curious. Now, this book was written by Ukht Husni and it was illustrated by Mahir. Shall we find out when no one can see me is about? Come on. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Where no one can see me. Ilham skipped into the kitchen, his eyes gleaming with joy. He had just returned from Adil's birthday party and waved around his gift bag in excitement. His mother, who was preparing dinner, looked up and smiled lovingly at her delighted son. Ilham poured the bag's contents on the table, forming a mouth-watering mountain of chocolates and candies. He begged his mother to let him eat some. Now, you know the rule, Ilham. No snacks, especially junk food, before dinner, said his mother firmly. Ilham slouched, and the gleam in his eyes was replaced by disappointment. He scooped his chocolates and candies into the gift bag and trudged back to his room. In the safe confines of his room, Ilham eyed the candies greedily. Perhaps I should just help myself to one of the candies, he thought to himself. No one can see me anyway, so no one will know. Later that evening, as Ilham's mother tucked him in bed, Ilham insisted on a bedtime story. She sat by his side and recounted a story her mother once told her. A long time ago, there was a man who had 7 children. One day, he gave them a task to do. He told them, I will give each of you a chicken, and I want you to slay it in a place where no one can see you. Off went his children. Adny, the youngest of the sons, started his search for a suitable location too. Where do you think he went? Ilham's mother asked. Ilham thought hard. Maybe he went to the toilet? His mother laughed gently. Good guess, but no. Adny first travelled to a cave in a mountain near his house. He sat down and was about to slay the chicken when he saw an ant near his feet. I can't slay the chicken here. Ants have eyes too. I must find another place. So off he went in search of a place where no one could see him. He set off for the desert, making sure no one was in sight, not even ants. Just as he was about to slay the chicken, he saw vultures circling overhead. Oh no, this won't do. The birds can see me too. Adny then searched high and low for the perfect place. He tried going under a bridge, in a well, up on a tree, but everywhere he went, there was always a pair of eyes looking at him. Adny suddenly thought of a perfect location, ran to his room and crept into a small dark cupboard. Finally, a place with no ants, birds, humans, mosquitoes, or any other living thing. Just as he was about to slay the chicken, he remembered something his father once told him. No, he could not slay the chicken in his cupboard. He put his knife down and dejectedly went to report to his father that he had failed the task. All of his brothers had already slayed their chickens. They looked smugly at Adny when he returned with his live chicken. Abba, I can't find a place where no one can see me, Adny said glumly. Adny explained his whole journey to his father. And then I hid inside my cupboard, which I thought was perfect, a place with no living creatures. But I suddenly remembered what you once told me. What is that, Habibi? Adny's father asked him. I remember you once told me that Allah could see everything I do, all the time, everywhere I go. So even when I knew no one could see me in the cupboard, Allah is still watching me, Adny explained. MashaAllah, Adny, you have passed the test. You are right. You will never be able to find a place where no one can see you. Allah can see everything you do. He is Al-Basir, the all-seeing. Allah loves you, so He is always watching over you, even though you can't see Him. Adny's father patted him on his head. Ilham's mother smiled and kissed him before leaving the room. Ilham thought deeply about the story his mother just told him. Oh no, Allah saw me eating the candies earlier when Mama had told me not to. Astaghfirullah, what have I done? He thought with great remorse. The next morning, Ilham went to school and gave all his candies and sweets away to his friends. He hoped his good deed would wipe away the sins from his bad deed the day before. Next, Ilham apologized to his mother. It takes a lot of courage to admit to your mistakes. May Allah guide you always. His mother kissed him on the cheek. From that day onwards, he always remembered that he was never alone. Allah is with you all the time. He sees all that you do because He loves you and wants the best for you. Allah is with me. Allah is witnessing me. Allah sees me. Wow, I learned so much with that story. Even though I'm sitting here reading this story, there's no one in my room at the moment. I can't even see any ants or mosquitoes. But Allah is watching me read this story for you. Allah sees everything I do. I'm going to have a little think about all the things that I might have done in my life where they may not be the best thing I should have done, but I need to make sure that I do not do them again and learn from this story that whatever I do, Allah is always watching me. What do you think of this, boys and girls? Have you ever done something that you were not supposed to do? Maybe you can discuss that with your grown-up. And look, there is a glossary at the back, which means some of the words we might not understand have the meaning written down as well. Maybe you can learn them and share what you've learned by writing to me, as well as any of your pictures to letsreadwitheliza@gmail.com, and hopefully I can share it on a next video. What do you think? Anyway, I better go now and prepare for the next story. I'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum.